You were lied to your entire life. Since you were old enough to understand anything, one message was drilled into you. Work hard, study hard, get a good job, put in the hours and you will be rewarded. There is just one problem. Look around you. The hardest working people you know are not the richest people you know. The woman working 3 jobs to pay rent works harder than any billionaire alive. Effort and wealth are not the same thing. They never were. Here is what is actually happening. There are 2 ways to make money. The first is trading your time for it. You show up, you work, you get paid. You stop showing up, you stop getting paid. This has one fatal flaw. Time is finite. No matter how hard you work, you will always hit a ceiling because you only have one body and it gets tired. The second way is making your money work instead of you working for your money. Building something that generates income whether you show up or not. Investments that compound while you sleep. Content watched at 3 a.m. on the other side of the world while you're in bed. Businesses that run without you. These are called assets. And the difference between people who build real wealth and people who stay stuck comes down to one thing: which category they spend their energy on. Rich people obsess over acquiring assets. Everyone else obsesses over acquiring things. Think about what most people do the moment they start earning decent money. New phone, better car, nicer apartment. Things that signal success to other people. But every spent on looking successful is a rupee not working for you in the background. Every lifestyle upgrade before your assets can support it is a step backwards disguised as a step forward. The game was never about how hard you work. It was always about what you own. Warren Buffett does not wake up and manually make money. His money makes money. He built assets for decades, and now those assets compound automatically. The pattern is identical across every person who has built serious wealth. At some point, they stopped selling their time and started building things that worked without them. Now here is the part nobody talks about. This is not easy to start. When you have no money, building assets feels impossible. But it has never been more accessible than right now in 2026. A YouTube channel costs nothing. An investment account costs nothing to open. A digital product costs nothing to create. The barriers that existed 20 years ago are essentially gone. The question is not whether you can start. The question is whether you are willing to spend 2 or 3 years building something that doesn't pay you immediately, in a world screaming at you to spend everything you earn on things that make you look successful right now. Most people choose the appearance of wealth over the reality of it. Every single time. The ones who don't, the ones who quietly build assets while everyone around them upgrades their lifestyle, those are the people who end up with real freedom. Not the freedom to buy things. The freedom to never be forced to trade your time for money again. That is what nobody taught you in school. Not because they forgot. Because a population that understands this is harder to keep working jobs they hate, for wages that never feel like enough. Now you know? What you do with it is up to you. If this is the kind of thing nobody taught you, subscribe. One video every week, real concepts, real money knowledge, no fluff. Comment below. What were you told growing up about how money works? I read everything.